Good morning, Capri. How are you? I thought it said I had an email, and then I clicked on my email, and it didn't. Must not have came through yet, downloaded yet. Hey Mo, hey Daffodils, hey Breezy. How are y'all this morning? I just thought we would talk a little bit. Yeah, we need to talk a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't go live last night. I was really, really tired. Guys, I closed my Facebook group down for now. So only my email is going to be working for a while. Yeah. My Facebook link will no longer be working for right now. People are just going too crazy with it, and it was too much. So I just decided to only use the email for right now until some things settle down. I guess that's just the best way to put it. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to tell y'all. I'm only going to use my email for right now. Someone has volunteered to help me when I get ready to do it, to open up a group and make sure it is more secure. There was people were leaving ugly comments that were unnecessary, and it's just too much. It's just too much. Um, One thing I wanted to say is last night I was really, really tired. Really tired. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I was drained. No, Mo, they don't. They don't know how to be an adult anymore. People do not know how. So I told my husband after we ate supper, I don't think I even just checked my email from my phone last night. And so I told my husband, I said, uh, we hooked up my new microphone. I've got to get a connector for it to hook up to the little soundboard that he bought me. But anyway, I told him, I said, I think I'm just going to rest tonight. I think I'm just going to rest. I didn't see any real active updates. You know what I mean? So I said, I think I'm just going to rest tonight. We watched TV together, and then I started to go to bed. I started getting text messages and phone calls. And I told these people I'm in bed. My husband has to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. He works 10-hour shifts. I'm in bed. I'm not getting back up tonight. This can wait till tomorrow. Text messages continue to come in until 2:30 a.m. because someone is ticked off that I was speaking to someone else. Guys, that's not the way that the world works. You don't get to decide who speaks to who. You don't get that right. Not after what I woke up to Sunday morning. No, ma'am, you don't get to decide that. I woke up Sunday morning. Oh, Breezy, it's okay. And guys, I'm not going to do this every day. I promise you that. But I woke up Sunday morning to three of my friends from YouTube begging me not to go listen to a certain rant that was going on because there were derogatory words being used against me. Two of them, two of the friends did screen record it for me in case I needed it later. But how dare this person get mad at who I'm speaking to? Hey, UC boss, at who I'm speaking to after that mess. And then turning around and say I done something negative to them. No, ma'am. I have done nothing but try to be a friend to people on YouTube. And if you don't like it, oh well. The person that they accused, that they were upset at me for speaking to, emailed me 3 times and then messaged me on YouTube 3 times before I ever even responded to them. Do you think you own YouTube? Hey, Peachy, do you think you own YouTube? You do not. Google does. Your name is not written on big letters at the top of YouTube's building. It's not happening. Stop it. You think you're going to cause me to close down my YouTube channel? Wrong. Not doing that either. It's not happening. Today's not the day, and I'm not the one. If the last month taught me anything, it was to use the backbone that I have. And this is me using it. You don't control me. So stop it. Even when I said I'm in bed, my husband has to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Stop it. It continued until 2:30. Thank God I turned my phone on silence. Because I refuse to let you people who don't care anything about yourselves, much less anyone else, ruin my household. Stop that mess. There will be some things I will be dealing with today. And if it means changing my phone number, I will change my phone number. I don't care. It's just a number. But you will not control me. No, it's not TT. TT's not. TT's got her own issues to deal with. TT's got a whole can of worms she's opened up. She has opened up a whole can of worms, but within her own little community. TT got struck by Lindsay. In case y'all didn't know that, when they were still talking, and Lindsay got her to put up a video that she had made. Well, then they got into a disagreement, and Lindsay struck TT. Okay, so TT's got her own can of worms that she's opened up. Yes, Capri, that did happen. I heard. I heard the meltdown with my own 2 ears that she couldn't believe Lindsay did her like that. Yes, Lindsay struck TT for using a video that she convinced TT to put up when they were all still together friends. Yes, Natasha did defend me about my stroke. I want to explain that again in case anybody missed it. I did not go into TT's chat that night that for any way, shape, or form to support TT or anything that she said. In fact, I put in there several times. I was not there to bash anyone. I was not there to bash Natasha. Natasha is my friend. I will not talk bad about her. I was there to support Crafton and Kim because they were getting crapped on. And evidently that was the wrong thing to do. Oh well. But thank you, UC boss. I'm learning in YouTube, sometimes you can't win for losing. I really am learning that. And guys, all the world I want to do is come here and have friends and talk to y'all. And this case happened, and I started covering it, and people started coming to me telling me that they had information, and I was trying to vet it. And evidently, they were going to other people too, trying to. And yes, daffodils, I typed it out as plain as anyone could. Yes, Capri, my intentions were not to hurt anyone. My intentions were to keep people from being hurt. But instead, I get referred to as that little tiny channel, that little bitty tiny channel. Well, guess what? If you don't have 1,000,000 plus subscribers on social media, you're a little teeny tiny channel too, in the grand scheme of things, or at least 100,000 subscribers. At least. Exactly, Peachy. You have to start somewhere. And to be honest, my own family cannot believe that I finally had the nuts and and the nerve to do this. Yes, yes, you say, boss. Yes, 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 and yes. But that's not what last night was about. But yes, she got mad at me for going over there to support Kim and Crafton. Yes. Yes, you see, boss. She absolutely did get mad at me for going into that channel to support Kim and Crafton. Yes. And was talking about me while I was in there. Yes. Sure did. Sure did. And I still had nothing negative to say about Natasha. I mean, the only thing that I did say is I don't think it's right for anybody to tell someone, yes, and now the stream has been removed, so no one can go back and see what really happened and make me look like a bad person. Too bad screen recordings actually exist. But you see, boss, no, I'm not mad at you for going to Natasha's channel. No, I'm not. We should not tell our subs where they can and cannot go to. Hey, Joey, how are you? Yeah, I heard, Joey. You're welcome here, Joey. I promise you that. I miss talking to you, Joey. I miss hearing from you. Y'all hit that thumbs up if you don't care. If you don't mind, please. But yes, you see, boss, Natasha got mad at me for going into Joey. Oh my goodness, you are welcome here, girl. You are more than welcome here. Please don't ever think that you're not. You are always welcome here. You see, boss, yes. And there are people in here now that can verify what I'm telling you is true. Crafton and Kim went into TT's channel. Yeah, leave your DNA on that thumbs up and on that subscribe button. Yes, and it was that fallout from that caused the most damage for me. Y'all, seriously, people do not realize how much that hurt me. They do not realize how medically that hurt me. Yeah, you see, boss, she told y'all, but she deleted the information. She deleted that chat. I bet she didn't tell you all of it. Did she tell you that she said that I was over there begging for subs? But that's okay though. I mean, honestly, it is. I've dealt with the past 2 to 3 weeks. Uh, handled things with my doctor. Yes, I had. Don't be dumb. Hit the thumbs. That's right. You see, boss. Um, I um, I love you too. You see, boss. Exactly, Joey. Exactly. But yes, I had to get my doctor involved. That's how much I was. That's how hurt I was, and how bad things got for me. And that's all I really want to say publicly about that. Because people on here take any little thing they can and they hurt you even more. Joy, you are welcome here anytime that you want to come, anytime. And I understand that not everything that I say on my channel is going to be for everyone. I understand that. And that's okay. Can you imagine how boring life would be if we all agreed with everybody? Yes, Bojangles did tell me about your great video, Joy. She sure did. And I went and made sure that I watched it and that I subscribed to your channel. I'm just gonna wrap this portion of it up, guys. My whole point of this is, remember when you're contacting someone in the middle of the night that doesn't live alone? Wait a minute, I'll drop Joy's link for you guys. Joey, I know that I had clicked subscribe before, but for some reason it didn't take. There's Joey's link right there, guys, to her channel. Right there. But guys, you're welcome, Joey. That's what friends are for, girl. You see, boss, do you want to know what happened to me the night that she said all that mess on? Okay, the night that she dropped my link, I got, I think, 100 subs, okay? The other two people that she dropped the link for, you see, boss, they reached 1,000 subs that night. One of them, it was the first time that they had ever been into her chat. The first time they'd ever been into her chat, she dropped their link and they got 100 subs. I mean, 1,000 subs. Okay? I don't know how many they had before she dropped the link, but they did. Do you know what happened to me the night that I went into True Teller's channel to support Kim and Crafton? I lost 64 subs, you see, boss. 64 subs. And I got dirty messages that I stabbed her in the back. You're welcome, Joey. You're welcome. You're always welcome here, girl. I got 64. I lost 64 subs. I had over 500. And I still haven't built back up to that. But I haven't quit trying, and I won't ever quit trying. Yes, that tonic guy gained over 800 to 1,000. Sure did. Sure did. The first time he had ever been in her channel, did she even investigate him to know what he was about? I'll leave that for you to decide. But guys, my whole point of this is, wait a minute, let me get some water because my throat's getting scratchy again this morning. I'm sorry, guys. My allergies and sinuses are just going crazy lately. My whole point to this is, when you're going to call someone, hey Sharon, text someone, anything that might wake them up. Oh, he had 800 and left with 1,000. Okay, I got you. You're welcome, Joey. Joey, I tell you honestly, you can ask these people that watch me regularly. I check people's accounts regularly, and if they have a channel, I drop their link. I do it pretty often. Just about every live I do, I'm dropping somebody's link because we're all in this together. You know what I mean? I don't care what anyone says. You don't get subs on your own. Somebody has to share your information at some point. Sorry, that's just the way it works. But guys, before you text, before you call, before you anything, someone, especially at 2:30 in the morning through the week, remember their family. My house isn't that big. My house is like 1,250 square foot. My son and my husband both had to get up this morning and go to work. Thank God I had my phone on silent, and the dings and stuff didn't wake them up. But have respect for people. Joey, you can probably guess. Hey Rita. Oh yeah, that's definitely happened, daffodils. Definitely. But there's no sense in that. None. When I have done nothing to you. Nothing. But Joey, not the person. Natasha didn't do that last night. I want to make that perfectly clear. It was not Natasha. Natasha would not do that. Natasha did not do that. But y'all can guess who did. And I don't want to say the name out loud. I don't want to go there. But just remember, when you're doing stuff like that, you're not only bothering the person. You're not only bothering that person, you're bothering their family. No, it wasn't KK. Um, can Natasha and I make it work? You say, boss? Is that what you're saying? You say, boss? I'm just going to leave this right here, okay? Hey, Sharon, I've been okay, girl. I've been okay. Joey, you had an encounter with her. Please don't say her name, but you had an encounter with her. Okay? Hey, Rose. All right, but you see, boss, you're asking me if Natasha and I can make you're not lost and stupid, Joey. We're just talking about the night that I had Rose, where and I'll text you in a little bit and fill you in even more. But you see, boss, what I'm trying to say is I haven't said anything negative about Natasha. I love Natasha. I do. But I don't want to be told where I can go and where I can't. That's the only thing I have said. And who I can support. That's it. That's all I've said, and that's all I ever will say. Okay? That's all. And I don't want it to feel awkward. I don't want it to feel awkward. I feel bad that it feels awkward. Okay. Let's talk about any updates that might be on Brian, on finding Brian. Yeah, if anyone needs to reach me, use my email from now on because I did shut down the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, listen at me. I did shut down the Facebook group page for right now. Um, just until I get some things settled. And then we're gonna open up one the correct way. Capri, as long as you're nice about it. That was part of it, Rose, but no, someone bothered me literally until 2:30 this morning. I'm gonna call you and tell you all about it, or text you one to tell you, okay? Literally until 2:30 this morning, and then started back early this morning again after my family had gotten up for work. Yeah, people were talking ugly on that page. They were texting. They were leaving me ugly messages on there, and it was uncalled for. People that I had done absolutely nothing to. It was uncalled for. Uncalled for. I'm awake and online usually 6 in the morning, or have my phone available 6 in the morning until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That's plenty of time for people to email me and reach out to me. Not 2:30 in the morning. Okay. Now, on finding Brian, what do y'all think about what do y'all think about Dog the Bounty Hunter actually uncovering that that family was at that campground? I know people gave Dog a lot of heat that he was coming in, he wasn't going to help anything, and all this other stuff. But what do y'all think? You think he's in Blood Mountain, Georgia, Joey? He may be. There's actually right now, there's no telling where he's at. But isn't I don't hate you, UC boss. Go watch her. That's fine. Honestly, I don't hate you for it. Good morning, the cat. How are you? I honestly do not hate you for it, UC boss. And I will welcome you here anytime. Anytime y'all want to go there, watch her, that's fine. Rose, I think you're right. I think he was taken to Fort DeSoto, and from wherever he went from there, he left from there, wherever he went. Yes, everyone is welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. The only thing that I ask is that we try to watch our language when we can, and don't use God's name in vain, and don't run down the police. I'm not about that. I know there are some bad police officers, but we're not going to trash the FBI like the person the other night did. No, UC boss, I don't think that you're yeah, we don't bash creators and all of that. Mm-mm. UC boss, I don't think you're two-faced. No, not at all. Hi Hank, glad to have you here. Um but I do think that Brian was taken to Fort DeSoto and dropped off. I do. From where he went from there, who knows? Did you know that there's speculation that a family member of his owns a yacht company? Hank, we're talking about Brian Landry, who is wanted by the FBI involving the disappearance of Gabby Petito. Hey Tracy. Amen, Rose. Me too. His family, his uncle owns a yacht company, guys. Look at the map. There's water all around there. Okay? And Brian's uncle owns a yacht company. Unfortunately, it's hard to say where Brian could be right now. Yes, and both campsites were waterfront. Did you guys also know that Brian sometimes goes by his mother, uses his mother's maiden name as his last name? Vinci, Vinci, Vinci. He's also goes by Brian Vinci. Joey, that may be true. Did you see the vehicles I sent you from mommy? There's more I haven't gotten yet. Yes, Rose, I've been studying those and I'm like, wow. That's why I was going to call you in just a little bit. I just wasn't taking a chance on waking you up or interrupting you from your, when you're studying and all that. I didn't want to interrupt you. No, Mo, I haven't. Rose, have you heard if burner phone has been verified? Good morning, Charlene. How are you? Okay, the burner phone has been verified. Kyle, you are welcome here. If you will participate and act like an adult, but not talking about God like that. Okay? But they can be traced too in ways. Rose, that's what I keep thinking. That hate crime investigation, that burner phones can be traced as well. We're doing good, Charlene. We're doing good. Oh, I remember, Rose. I just let that one slip. I remember exactly what you told me. Mojangles, I can absolutely see his mother buying one. And I know I've heard people saying about their groceries and things like that. Allegedly, the parents are ordering all of their food and things from Amazon and having it delivered to the house. So they don't have to go out anywhere right now. Unless it's the absolute have to thing, like going to see the attorney or whatever. Crime investigation, I'm starting to think so. I'm starting to think so. I've said from day one, if one of my boys came home, okay, that's fine, Rose. That's just fine. Um, if one of my boys went on a road trip with their significant other and they came home without said significant other, uh, I would be questioning where that person was. We sure would not go on a road trip, camping trip, whatever they want to call that, a few days after they got home. Joey, me and you both, girl, me and you both. Y'all do realize that their attorney is the first attorney that they've been talking to is a real estate attorney. A real estate attorney. What does that remind y'all of? Oh, Charlene, I'm sure it does creep you out. What does that remind y'all of, though, with the real estate attorney? Gives me the heebie jeebies about Lori. Hey, Lisa. A lot about Lori Vallow. Her first attorney was not a criminal defense attorney. Why would you hire a real estate attorney to represent you in a situation like this? I agree, Rose. I agree. Tracy, I can't believe either that his sister hasn't came out more, but she may have spoken with a different attorney who may have advised her to keep quiet right now. Who knows? Crime investigation, I agree 100%. When one of my sons has moved out, I can tell just as well when something is up with him and he's not even in this house, I can tell. Yes, but Gabby's postcards to Brian's nephews were absolutely beautiful. Yes, guys, the tattoos that all four of Gabby's parents got that just says "Let it be." Mm. Charlene, yes, he did. That has been verified. He flew back on the August the 17th through the 23rd. Gabby stayed in a hotel in Fairfield at Fairfield Inn Hotel while while he was gone. He flew back allegedly to help his father empty out their storage container because the rent was due on it and that they didn't think they were going to need it any longer. Yeah, they got all of her tattoos, not just the let it be. Not just the let it be. Daffodils, I'm like that to an extent, but I can tell when something's up with my boys. Yeah, guys. Gabby did want a million subs to her channel. Go sub to her channel. Let's make that dream a reality. Guys, one of my sons, my oldest son, my 23-year-old, broke up with his girlfriend a few weeks ago. I knew something was up before he ever even called me. I don't know, it was just something about the just something just didn't feel right. And he always comes on Sundays to see me. He calls me just about every day, if not every other day. But he comes on Sundays to see me. And he walked in the door without her. I already knew. And I said, "Where is she?" And he said, "Oh, she's out with friends." Something like that. I said, okay. I said, "When did y'all break up?" And he looked at me so funny. He said, "How did you know?" I said, "You're my child. I know a lot of things about you that you don't think I know." And guys, the fact that all four, her biological parents and her step parents, can come together even in a time of grief like this and be there for each other. Did you hear her dad and stepdad say Gabby didn't have one dad, she had two dads? What strong men she had in her life. What incredible men she had in her life. What a wonderful life Gabby must have had even growing up. That her parents and step parents could come together and co parent like they did. Yes, guys, if you want to donate any money, donate it to the Gabby Petito Foundation. I'm going to be talking to the mods and seeing if we can come up with a way to do a fundraiser within our group to make a donation specifically from our group to Gabby Petito Foundation. Yes, that was the only part of her memorial service that I shared. And when I saw that, I'm like, they've got to see this. They have got to see this. I mean, I have one of my brothers is divorced and they can't co parent that well with the other. Put a bench out at for Memorial Site, Northport. See, that is so nice. And her parents said that they wanted to make it easier for other families that when their children went missing, that they didn't have to go through such hurdles to get the police involved. The way I'm understanding it, Gabby's mother basically had to beg the detective to even file the missing persons case, and kept telling her, something's not right with my daughter. This is not right. Crime investigation, that's exactly what I want to know. Why would you help hide your child, or why would you hide your child if you knew that they had murdered someone? I couldn't either. I couldn't either. Mm-mm. My boys already though, if they're gonna pull something stupid, I'll be the first to turn them in. Exactly. Exactly. Remember, self-care is the most important care. You take time, just like last night, I decided I was just going to go to bed and wait till this morning and even do a live or anything. I needed time for myself and my family. Yes, Joey, I did too. And then when I found out that when he got back to town, they immediately handed him a card for an attorney. Who does that? Capri, I was exhausted. I didn't really realize how tired I was. I know night before last, people kept asking me if I was tired, and I didn't think I was. I really didn't. My allergies and things are acting up again, and I thought it was just that mess. And but last night I was it hit me how tired I was. And I'm like, no, I'm going to Joey, do you have an email? Is your email on your page? Joey, send me an email. No, 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 Rose, it wasn't you. Mm-mm. Yeah, the Joey, send me an email. No, 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 Joey. I want you to send me an email. Please. I don't know. Wait just a second. I'm trying to find Joey's Yes, guys, anytime that you have a channel and you're in here, let me know. Let one of the mods know. That's Rose, there's her channel. I found the link again. Um I'll drop links. I don't I'll drop channel links. I don't care. Sharing is caring. But Joey, dude, if you want to talk, you can email me. That's fine. Yes, Rose. She does to seem to have a beautiful and supportive family. And that is what is so tragic. Oh, thank you, Joey. I'll just say this, okay, Joey? She was upset at someone that reached out to me 6 times to talk to me, and I responded to her, okay? 6 times. And so and she got mad because we were talking. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Joey. I really am. Y'all, there is UC Boss's channel. And don't forget, Gabby wanted 1,000,000 subs to her channel. Well, Miss Rita, we've got to do something about that, don't we? Yeah, me too, Joey. Me too. Miss Rita, there's Miss Rita's channel, guys. Show her some love. Show them all some love. No one got subs without someone sharing their channel at some point. No one got any subs without someone sharing their channel at some point. Wait a minute. I dropped Rose's link earlier. I thought, yeah, we got to drop Rose's link too. Yeah, there's Rose's link. She dropped it. I was just about to. You're welcome, Rita. You're welcome, girl. Sharing is caring. Oh, yeah, there it is. Rose just shared it. Guys, go out today and remember, shine like Gabby. Do something nice for someone. Look, and you can do something nice for someone, and they don't even have to know that you did it for them. Daffodils, honestly, just sit down with your laptop and hit live and just start talking. I did that over and over and over again and would delete it until I got comfortable. I'm still not comfortable, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to start yes, showing love is free and kind. I'm going to start learning how to make videos. My husband's ordered me the software to do it, and I'm going to start learning how to do pre-recorded videos and make some of those. But yeah, go out and show love for people. And if God has blessed you with an abundance, hi Irvin. If God has blessed you with an abundance, bless someone else. I can promise you, you will never outgive God. Thanks, Rose. I appreciate that. You can never outgive God, ever. UC Boss, I am so sorry. I know that yours is a special channel. But guys, you can never outgive God. Never. I've had I've had enough money, literally had enough money in my pocket for gas just to get to work and back. I've had enough money in my pocket to fill my car up plenty with gas. I've had enough money in my pocket to buy all the groceries and things that we wanted at the store. I've had it to where I couldn't buy anything. I'm just saying, we've all been in certain places in our lives. And that hand that you reach out to grab someone with and help pull them up, that may be the hand that they need to change their life. You may be the hand that God's going to use to change their life. You don't know that. So don't kick people while they're down. Don't kick people at all. But don't kick people while they're down. You may be the hand that God's going to use to change someone's life. I was in a grocery store a few weeks ago. Oh, Capri, wow. Urban, been there. Joey, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, sometimes all it takes is a smile. Guys, when I was sick, my mom was in the hospital. Now, mind you, I had I had I just had the stroke, and my mom was in the hospital, and my salary was cut by 40% just on one job because I worked two. And things were tight. Things were very, very tight. My son asked for ice cream. And I told him, I said, we'll get ice cream. It was like on Wednesday, and my husband got paid Thursday night, the following Thursday night. I said, we'll go when mommy goes to the store, we'll get ice cream when dad gets paid on Thursday night. No, 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 mommy, I want ice cream tonight. He didn't understand because he had been so used to when he wanted something like that, we went to get it. Well, his nana, my mother-in-law, called from another county. I mean, they lived like over 300 miles away from us at the time. And she was checking on us, and he said, being kind can go a long way, doesn't cost a dime. But my son told her, he said, Nana, I want ice cream, and mommy says I have to wait until daddy gets paid. Bless my mother-in-law and father-in-law's heart, y'all. They literally went to Walmart and Western Union us money to go buy. Well, it was a lot more than to just buy some ice cream, but they Western Union money. After that, we moved our checking account to a same bank, uh, a same branch of a bank that they used, and they would deposit money for us when we needed it. Capri, you lived in your car, worked on the road where I could for 2 years until you found a good job. Wow. Mine is just music. And so after we got things straightened out and everything, and I was in a grocery store one day, and the little woman in front of me was trying to use her EBT card to pay for her groceries. She thought it was the day that her EBT funds went on her card, but it wasn't. And she kept saying, "But it's got to be there. It's got to be there. We don't have anything to eat at home. It's got to be there." And y'all, she didn't have junk food. She had stuff to actually cook a decent meal with. You know what I mean? She had like flour, meal, sugar, pork chops, green beans, stuff like that. I mean, stuff you would actually use to cook a meal with. And I asked the cashier, I said, how much are her groceries? And she told me, and I just swapped my card. And that woman looked at me so funny. And I told the little lady, I said, take your groceries and go on. It's okay. They're taken care of. And she was crying. She said, thank you so much. No one's ever reached out to me like that. I mean, guys, it was less than $30, but it helped someone. And I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, but when God blesses you, bless someone else. Because I can promise you, I was blessed back 10 times. Irvin, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. That's okay. You don't know what someone else is going through. That's my whole point in in saying all this. You don't know what someone's going through. And you don't know when that final harsh word may be enough to send someone over the edge that they will not recover from. And think to yourself, do you want to have that on your conscience? Capri is a strong woman. I am so proud to have Capri as a part of our mod, a part of our group. Capri is a strong woman. But all of this hating on each other, Joey, me and you both, girl. Me and you both. That's what I said the other day. Oh, Sharon, I'm so sorry. I pray that times get easier for you. You see, boss, I've been watching some of yours. I've still got to watch the rest of them, but I have been watching. No, Sharon, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what someone is going through. I said the other day, I've been through things in my life that would make most people crumble to their knees. Most men couldn't tolerate some of the things I've been through in my life. Hey Renee, I'm so glad you're listening. Thank you for listening. Be safe, girl. Oh, it's okay, daffodils. But just show respect, show kindness, show love. Those things are free. Those things are absolutely free. Bingo Capri. You don't know how strong you are until you have no choice. You don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Exactly. Exactly. No judgment here at all, Urban. No judgment here at all. At all. I only said the EBT thing because I felt sorry for the little woman that she got her dates mixed up. You don't know what people are going through just to put food on their table. Be kind. Shine like Gabby. Be kind to others. Sharon, I am so glad. I'm glad this channel helps you. I really am. Capri, I've said that before. When something, let's do this. When when my heart rate dropped to 37 and I was home alone, I knew something wasn't right. And I called my husband at church and I said, "You need to come home. You need to come home now." And he got me home and took me to the hospital. I ended up with a pacemaker. Or the doctor came in and told me I needed the pacemaker. My words to him were let's do this. Trials are tough and heartbreaking. They really are. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Oh, I love you too, Capri. Girl, we're strong together. That's what I'm saying. We're strong. We are a group of strong people. Crime investigation, that's right. This is a judge free zone. No judgment at all here. At all. Joey, yes, I had a pacemaker. I had to have a pacemaker in 2019. Mm. My heart rate dropped to 37. I was the final time, and I was home alone. And I thought I was going to pass out. I really did, guys. I thought I was going to pass out. And my husband came home from, my husband is a youth minister, and I was sick already that day and didn't, what, I couldn't go to church. So, but I called him at church and I said, "You need to come home and come home now. Something is bad wrong with me." And he came home and got me and took me to the ER. And be careful, Capri. I love you, girl. And they admitted me to the hospital, and I had the pacemaker placed. And of all things, they punctured my lung doing the pacemaker, and I ended up with a chest tube. And I thought my week was over. The bad things after that, while I was in the hospital, my son was driving my car to school and back. He had asked for permission. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Sounds like somebody's at my door. Don't move. Oh, it's just FedEx. I'll get it later. I don't know what they're leaving me, but it ain't important. I thought somebody was like messing with my door. Um, my son was driving my car to school and back while I was in the hospital. He had asked for permission. He drove 50 miles each way to school. Yes, I've had kidney cancer. Mm-hmm. Hey, Christine. So, yes, Sharon, I had kidney cancer. And then the the interventional radiology nurse was standing beside of my bed. Thank you, Daffodils. She was standing beside of my bed to checking, the output of my chest tube and everything. Yeah, it's been a lot. But she was standing beside my bed checking my chest tube, and my phone rang. And I handed my cell phone to my husband because it picked up the city a cell phone number from the city where my son was going to school at the time. And I said, you better take this. I said, he's already left going to school. Just make sure that he hasn't had car trouble or anything. This was 2019. My car was a 2018 model, so I wasn't really expecting him to have car trouble. But I said, let's just make sure, that he's okay. And I heard my husband say, what highway is he okay? And I'm on my way. And he got dressed really fast because he was still in his pajamas. And he had to leave me at the hospital, of course, and go. My son had been in a terrible car accident, had flipped at least 4 times, and was trapped in the car. And I remember yelling to my husband as he's running down the hallway, remember we have helicopter insurance, air evac insurance. If he's injured seriously, I want him flown to this hospital or flown to Nashville. I want him at a larger hospital than the city he's at. Get him to a larger facility. Because, guys, I couldn't even say I want to leave and go with my husband. I had a chest tube in. Hey, Incognito. So I called the number back on the phone to the woman that had called me, and she was still on the scene. And I said, look, my husband's on the way. I said, I'm a nurse. I said, I want to know, is my son really okay? Or are you just telling us that he's okay to get one of us to the scene? I want to know about my child. She said, ma'am, he is talking to us. He's crying because he can't get a cell phone signal out to call you. He screamed your phone number out and said, call my mom. She said, there's a deputy standing on the roof of your car talking to him right now. And I said, I'm sorry, but standing like on the it was like on the side. He was standing like on the above the tire. You know what I mean? On the side of the car. The deputy had actually climbed up on the car and was talking to my son. And the deputy kept messing with the door, trying to get the door open. They were waiting on Jaws of Life to cut my son out of the car. And finally, the deputy kept messing with the door and pulled the door open and got him out. They got him out of the car, got him to the hospital, examined him, didn't think any, Oh my God, Joey. Wow. I'm so sorry. But they got him in the ambulance, and the sweetest paramedic called my number, and she asked me who I was, and I told her, I said, yes, ma'am, that, yes, that's me. And oh, Joey, you don't even know, girl, how glad I was to hear his voice. She said, I have your son in the back of the ambulance with me. I said, is he okay? I said, is he okay? And she said, yes. She said, actually, he's more concerned about your car being damaged than he is the fact of what he just went through. And I said, I can settle that right now. Let me talk to him. And he got on the phone, and I called him by his name, and I said, are you okay? And he said, yes. And I said, are you sure? He said, yes, Mom. He said, but your car is bad. He said, your car is really, really bad. And I said, son, I would take a sledgehammer to that car myself before I would pick having it over you not being with me anymore. That car can be replaced. You can't. Forget the car. I don't care about the car. I just want to make sure you're okay. They did take him to the hospital. Everything, he checked out, everything was fine. My husband went and got everything out of, after he picked him up at the hospital. My in-laws went with my husband to the hospital. And after they picked him up, they went to where they had taken the car to and got everything out. And a couple of days later, they brought actually my husband brought my son to the hospital where I was at to see me after he went home. He got cleaned up and everything, just so that I could see from my own eyes that he was okay. And so when I got out of the hospital a couple of days later, I asked my husband, I said, "Can you take me to see the car?" He said, "No." He said, "Mm-mm." He said, "You've been through enough this week. The car's a loss." When the highway patrolman called me to ask me, because they had left with my son to go to the hospital before the highway patrol got there. And where I live, when there's a injury accident, an highway patrolman comes to work the accident. So highway patrol called my number and wanted to know who was driving my car, and I told him. And he said, "Where is he?" And I said, "He's at the hospital." And I said, "My son told me my car is pretty damaged." I said, "Can you tell me what we're looking at?" He said, "Ma'am, I can't even tell you what kind of car it is. What kind of car it is without looking at the registration." I said, "That's all I need to know." Yes, guys, Gabby Petito Foundation, go and donate there to help Gabby's family in their mission to help support families with missing children. But guys, I tell you all this. I don't say it for pity. I'm telling you, you don't know what other people have been through in their life. You don't know. He is very lucky, Joey. God was watching over my child. God was watching over my son. I asked him how many times did he flip? And he said, "Mom, after the second time, I closed my eyes and started praying." He said, "I think I flipped 2 more times after I closed my eyes." So he flipped 4 times. He flipped at least 4 times that he could count and and remember. He was so terrified after he was able to go back to school, after he was given the clear to go back to class. He was so terrified to drive that I drove him 50 miles each way to school and back. I carried him to school in the mornings and I went and picked him up in the afternoons for almost 2 weeks until he got to where he thought that he could do it again. He was scared to death. Hey, WebMD Samantha. Guys, you don't know what anybody else has been through. Don't be the one that says the harsh thing that pushes someone over the edge. Don't do that. Don't. Is getting that last jab in on someone worth the other person's sanity? Or even worse, is getting that last jab in on someone worth the risk of them taking their own life? It's not. That's exactly right. Use your words. They will either harm or heal. You have to choose. You have to choose. I hope that I choose for my words to heal, and I hope that's the way that they come across. I don't want to harm anyone. It's exactly right, Incognito. Kindness costs nothing but means everything. Exactly. Everyone does have a story. Everyone does have a story. Everyone does have a story. My brother often tells me, "You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. You get to choose." Strong words. Strong words. I don't want to be a part of the problem. Exactly, Christine. It costs nothing to be kind. But you are either part of the problem or you are part of the solution. And all this mess going on YouTube right now, this fighting back and forth, who has more subs, who has this, who has that, who gives a crap? Seriously, who in the grand scheme of life, who really cares? Be careful, UC balls. Thank you for coming by. Hope your appointment goes great. I mean, seriously, guys, in the grand scheme of things, who cares? Exactly, Rose. Exactly. Yeah, Joey, I know what you mean. Sometimes you can't help but lash out. Sometimes you can't help but, there's only so many times you can poke a bear before that bear's going to attack back. Yep. Incognito, that's the best way to be. Be careful, UC balls. Seriously, be very, very careful out there. But I want this I want this channel to be a place that we all feel comfortable coming to, that we all enjoy coming to. Exactly, Incognito. Exactly. Rose, I'll be honest with you. There have been a couple of times just on this channel that I've had to mute myself because if I said what I was about to say, it would have went south really fast. Oh, thank you, daffodils. I'm not saying I'm perfect, guys. I have my flaws just like everyone else. But we all have what it takes to do better and be better. We all have what it takes. And Incognito is correct. When the focus becomes how many subs people have, it's game over. Thank you, Rose. Seriously, thank you. All right, guys. I am going to wrap this one up. I seriously am. I love you all. Thank you so, so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Mm. Um, please consider subscribing. Yeah, I I love you all so much. I'll be back at some point today. I don't know when or what time. I probably won't go live tonight because it's church night and it's usually later when late when I get home from dealing with the youth. So, but anyway, y'all be careful. Be safe out there wherever you're going today, whatever you're going to do. Spread kindness, spread love. It costs nothing, totally free, okay? I love you all. All Incognito. You have to go back and rewatch it. I love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.